Hello and welcome to the Minnesota Association for College Admission Counseling Virtual College Fair. We're so excited to have you participating in this event today. My name is Jennifer and I'll be your facilitator. We have some fantastic schools here to present to you and share just a sneak peek about all that they have to offer. Before we get started though, I have a few housekeeping items. Your camera and microphone are off, so the panelists cannot see or hear you. You can use the Q&A button though on your screen to ask questions at any time. You can type your questions to our presenters and leave a question for all of our representatives to answer about a program or an activity at their school. You can also direct it specifically to a particular representative by including the name of their school in with your question. This is just one of many different sessions that have been happening for Minnesota students. So we hope that you have checked out the schedule on the website and have attended earlier sessions and are excited to possibly consider signing up for the next round coming up after this one. And this presentation, like all of these other presentations, is being recorded. It'll be available at that same website where you are able to sign up. That's strivescan.com/Minnesota. All right, I'm really excited to kick it off with our very first school and get started tonight. We're going to be learning about the University of Iowa.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much. Sorry, it took a minute for me to get my screen up and running. My name is Janelle Sperry, and I am the Minnesota Regional Representative for the University of Iowa. And as I go along, as Jennifer mentioned, feel free to pop any questions you might have in the Q&A, and I'll answer them as quickly as I can once I'm done actively presenting. So the University of Iowa is a public four-year Tier 1 research institution and a member of the Big Ten. We are located in Iowa City, Iowa, with downtown Iowa City located directly across the street from campus. So it's truly a part of your college experience at Iowa. Downtown Iowa City is home to more than 100 restaurants, shops, live music venues, and even a campus Target, Dunkin' Donuts, Starbucks, all the important things, and over 70 locally or alumni-owned stores and restaurants. The University of Iowa is home to one of the largest teaching and research hospitals in the country, which is located in that back left corner of the photo you see here. As well as we're globally recognized for a leader in writing and nationally known for our nursing and business programs. You'll see here, Iowa enrolls just over 32,000 students, or right around 32,000 students total. That's just under 22,000 undergraduates, making us one of the smallest institutions in the Big Ten. And a really great combination of those Big Ten Research One resources and access, but still a personal and dynamic experience. You'll see here our profile for our students that became Hawkeyes in the fall of 2020, including students from across the country and internationally. They did have an average ACT of about a 25 to 26 and an average GPA of 3.81. These are just averages for our first year class that we saw. By no means they're minimums for our admissions requirements, which I will get to here in just a second. We do have over 200 areas of study, and some of our most popular majors for incoming students are majors in our Tippie College of Business, our College of Engineering, the Sports and Rec Management program, English and Creative Writing, and really all of our areas in health sciences, such as neuroscience, nursing, public health, and medicine. Oops, there we go. Iowa's application for admission for the fall of 2022 is already open. For those of you who are juniors or sophomores, for juniors, the application will open up the summer after your junior year. We do accept the University of Iowa application, the Common App, and the Coalition app. There really is no preference for the application you choose. It's whatever you prefer. It is important to note that we do have an early action deadline of November 1 of your senior year, just to maximize your consideration for opportunities like scholarships, direct admissions, honors, housing, and more, but we will accept applications through up until March 1. If you've taken the ACT or SAT or plan to, you can see here our admissions process is very transparent for the College of Liberal Arts and Sciences, really just looking at your ACT, GPA, and core courses taken. Iowa also offers direct admission into the Tippie College of Business, College of Engineering, College of Public Health, and our College of Nursing. So if you are interested in any of those programs, I encourage you to connect with us on our website to see the admission criteria or possibly various deadlines that might differ for those programs. For the fall of 2022, we are still test flexible. Students are encouraged to apply for admission with or without a test score. Applications without a test score might just be asked to submit an essay or a high school transcript with their application. We're still unsure what that might look like moving forward, or if we'll continue to be test flexible in future years, but that is something we should know by the end of the year. So sophomores, juniors, feel free to check our admissions website probably in December for more information on how to complete the application and what that might look like. Collaboration over competition really defines Iowa's academic culture. With a 15-to-1 student to faculty ratio, you really get to know your instructors and classmates. And actually probably just over 80% of our overall classes at the University of Iowa are 30 students or less, with only 4% with a capacity over 100 students. 1 in 3 of our students will participate in undergraduate research, where they work with professional faculty and staff to gain more hands-on experience as well. And we truly believe in student success with student support services for your academics as well as your personal well-being. We offer supplemental instruction, tutoring, subject-based help centers across campus, along with embedded mental health counseling on campus. Hawkeyes are also very engaged outside the classroom with over 500 clubs and organizations you can get involved in, from social, academic, religious, cultural, sports, and volunteer opportunities. So there's all kinds of activities that you can get involved in Iowa City and on campus. Please feel free to reach out to me directly or pop those questions in the Q&A. If you have any that have come up, I'm happy to connect with you and help you throughout the college process. Thank you so much for your time, and go Hawks.
Wonderful. Thank you, Janelle, for starting us off tonight and sharing the University of Iowa. All right, we're on to school number 2. That's going to be the University of Wisconsin-Stout.
All right, it's wonderful. Well, my name is Lacey Seafelt. I am one of the first-year admissions counselors and really excited to be able to share a little bit more about UW-Stout with you all. So great to have you joining the session and to learn a little bit more. First, I'd like to cover where is UW-Stout? UW-Stout is located in a small town in Menominee, Wisconsin. It's got about a population of about 16,000 people. It's about an hour from the Twin Cities metro area, so it's just over the border, a very convenient location for most residents of Minnesota to reach our campus. I have our small map up here so you can kind of reference where we're located. It's a beautiful small town community, lots of coffee shops and outdoor recreation opportunities for students, and a lot of small town community events as well. And one of the student favorites is what I have depicted in the photo here, which is from our holidays parade every December. So to give you a little bit more of a glimpse, this is our campus overview. You can see an aerial view. It's about 4 blocks. So it's really easy to get around campus. It's a 10-minute walk from end to end. We have about 8,000 students on our campus, so very much a medium-sized university. And our average class sizes are just 24 students. So most of the classes that you would experience at UW-Stout are going to be in that 20 to 30 range. We do that intentionally. We want to get to know you as a learner and really support your academic world as a student. And that's all part of our polytechnic mission. UW-Stout is the only polytechnic school in the area between Minnesota and Wisconsin, which means that we're incredibly career focused. We have some of the largest career fairs really in the upper Midwest on our campus. a lot of support for career development kind of throughout your college experience. Applied learning is seen in everything that we do. We actually have 3 times more lab spaces on our campus than traditional classrooms or like the lecture hall experiences. So that's really important. If you're one of those people that learns best by doing, then Stout is going to be a great fit for you because that's what we are most well known for. And then of course we have a lot of collaboration and partnerships with business and industry. So students are working on real world projects, and we do that in a variety of different ways. But I'd love to share with you, like, this is what the classroom experience looks like at UW-Stout. When I say hands-on, I say like this is what we're talking about. You are in lab spaces, workshops, studio art classes. Depending on what your major is, it's going to look a little bit different, but it's super interactive and really helps if you're one of those hands-on learning styles. We have over 45 different majors in 6 different career clusters: art design and graphics, business management, education, human and social sciences, information technology and communications, and then finally science, math, and engineering. So just some really, really popular majors are our video game design and development program, business administration within that career cluster. I would say our early childhood education within the education array, human and social sciences, the psychology program is the hottest major in that area. IT and communications, computer science definitely is a hot major in that area. And we also have a video game design concentration for the programming side as well as the art side over in the art design and graphics category. And then science, math, and engineering is super popular too, especially for our engineering array. That's what Stout is most well known for, all of our ABET accredited engineering programs. But we also have a lot of students in the hard sciences studying to become future doctors and dentists and chiropractic. So there's a lot of pre-professional programs. But no matter what you do here, we have a strong job placement rate. It's a 97.8% placement rate. Because of all those like really great hands-on experiences that you're exposed to, you really start building a resume and developing that professional life of yours while you're a student. Just a brief touch on tuition and fees. We have our Minnesota Reciprocity Agreement. So just to give you an idea of a ballpark cost, our tuition and fees for 1 year of enrollment is on the top line, and then our double ribbon most popular meal plan is on that second line. So total yearly cost is just going to be around $18,000, but that includes so much. There's so many different added value and added advantage to what we offer through our laptop program, where all of our students get the software, the laptop and the software they need to support whatever they're learning. So it's like $5,000 worth of software comes on your laptop. Textbook rental is included in this figure, so you don't have to buy your books. Student activities, health services, counseling services, additional technology available for checkout. Our rec complex and fitness center is also included in tuition and fees, so you don't have to add an additional membership to any of those services. And then our bus service, so lots of different advantages there. Our application is pretty streamlined this year. We're waiving our application fees for students this year. So it's a free application for the time being. You can complete either the University of Wisconsin College System application or the Common App. It doesn't matter to us which one you want to complete. And then submit your high school transcript. And we do a comprehensive review process. So we are reviewing a variety of things about you, getting to know you a little bit more as a learner and seeing if you would be a good fit and are college ready and ready to hit the ground running at Stout. We are test optional right now, so that is not required. It's definitely optional depending on what you want to do. So really it's just the app and just the transcript that we need for admission. And then this is me. I really, really invite you to reach out if you have any questions. You can call or text me at the number provided here. But more importantly, come to visit. We'd love to have you on campus. We have a lot of visit options available for students Monday through Friday and on Saturdays as well. So you can schedule a visit at uwstout.edu/visit.
Thanks so much, Lacey, for presenting on UW-Stout tonight. All right, 2 schools down. 4 more awesome ones to go. Just a reminder to all of our attendees about the Q&A box. You can ask a question about a major, an activity, direct it to a specific school, or leave something for everyone to answer. We hope you'll take advantage of it as a way to help personalize tonight's experience. All right, we are on to school number 3, and we'll be learning all about Fond du Lac Tribal and Community College.
Hello, my name is Josh. Are we good?
Yes, all good, Josh. Take it away.
Excellent. Thank you. Hello, my name is Josh from Fond du Lac Tribal and Community College. We are a tribal and community college located in Cloquet, Minnesota. And we are the only tribal and state community college in the whole US. So we are a full-fledged tribal college as well as a full-fledged state school. I'm just seeking to advance my screen and all right, here you can see our campus from the outside. We do some fun activities throughout the year. Our campus is 40 acres of pine trees, and the whole building is in the shape of the Thunderbird. So we tie in a lot of tribal architectural design, a lot of big windows, kind of the feeling of being outside, even when you're indoors in the classroom. When you walk inside, this is our main amphitheater. This is there's a sign that says a welcoming union of cultures, and culture is woven into every classroom. There's a variety of different majors, and I'd like to just walk through a few of those. A hands-on degree of law enforcement, everything including driving squad cars and doing that in a way that's culturally respectful and appropriate. We've got a hands-on nursing degree, and it's a 2-year RN degree, which allows you to start off working in a clinic or hospital. Neat thing is, if you decide you want to go and get a 4-year degree in nursing, 2 + 2 makes for a 4-year degree. That's going to be the case with all the different majors. So many students choose to start off their first 2 years of college at a community college that's close to home, and then transfer into a 4-year university. We do have a fine arts degree. So if you're into art, it could be drawing, painting, sculpting. We've got excellent art classes and a degree to go along with that. If you're into data, we have GIS, Geographic Information Systems. And this even has an opportunity of going down to NASA and doing a 6-week paid internship. And keep in mind, this is just during your first 2 years of college. It's pretty amazing. We have human services, which is a pre-social work. So it allows you to get a degree, 2-year degree, and start working in the area of drug and alcohol counseling. And then within the next 5 years, you'd be going on and getting either a social work degree or moving in the area of psychology. And here's an example of what the Human Services Club does around the Christmas time. All the different clubs do different community outreach and opportunities for you to get some hands-on experience in similar type work as you'd be doing. So here, working with the public and finding out, hey, do I love this, or should I be thinking of a different major? And research shows that students at all different colleges do choose to change their major at times. And that's all right. You know, when you're pursuing your educational path, you have to be honest with yourself and work with your advisor and instructors to find out, hey, am I on the right path, or do I need to make an adjustment? We've got great science labs. If science is your thing, it's fun to take classes in a smaller area where you get to do a lot of hands-on research. Maybe forestry, DNR type work is something that you're interested in. Would be a really fun school to start off. We do offer the Ojibwe language, and we have an American Indian Studies program. So you can get your 2-year degree in American Indian Studies and then transfer that on to a 4-year university. But if you were going for a different major, let's say law enforcement or nursing, and if you wanted to also study the Ojibwe language, you do 4 semesters and you'll get your certificate. We have an elementary education program and a child development program, and this highlights some of the students out doing their practice teaching. We have a multimedia productions degree, and this is neat because it's an introduction to everything media learning how to tell a story using video, audio, photography, examining things, websites. And so it gives you a great foundation for a variety of different career paths. And we have some learning collaboratives where you're in classes with the same 20 people. Some of you on the call may know this, but high school and college, one of the differences is that you're not in a classroom for 8 hours a day. So the average college student is going to be in a desk for about 12 to 15 hours per week. And so you might bounce around to different classes and meet lots of different people. So that's the idea of the learning collaborative, is you take all your classes with those same people. And the last program I'm going to share on is the electric utility technology. This is a hands-on degree, and it allows you to work with your hands, but also work with your mind. It's about as close as you could get to an engineering degree with 2 years, and 2 years allows you to get out and start working in the area of power generation. So just a few student pictures showing just some of the fun that we've got here on campus, feasts, a variety of different things. We do have campus housing, and would love to show you guys around campus someday with a tour. So thanks for joining us.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Josh, for sharing Fond du Lac Tribal and Community College with everyone tonight. All right, we're off to learn next about Luther College.
Great. Thank you so much, Jennifer. Hi, everyone. My name is Petter Smith, and I am an admissions rep at Luther College, which is in Decorah, Iowa. So just to give you a little frame of reference of where that is, Decorah is about 2.5 hours south of the Twin Cities, southeast, and about an hour southeast of Rochester. It's in a rural location. The town of Decorah has about 8,500 residents, which makes for a really cool relationship between the school and the town communities. Luther is a liberal arts education. I'm sure some of you have heard that term before, but what does it actually mean? Liberal arts gives students the tools to think critically and expansively. This is going to happen in class when you have really critical dialogue with your professors, with your classmates. You're digging deeper beyond the surface. Almost all of your classes at Luther are going to be discussion-based classes. And I'll talk on our next slide about it as well, but our average class size is 19. So small classes, the ability to really get to know your classmates, to work creatively with them. You're learning things about others, you're sharing things about yourself, and you're learning together in community with them. It creates campus-wide conversations. We have a small campus, only 1,800 students, but that allows you to really get to know your classmates, to be a part of a community that's really passionate about growing together. And finally, to promote awareness of the world around us. Part of the liberal arts is about being a global citizen, being more than just a citizen of the place where you're living right now. We have a great study away program. About 70% of our students study away, whether it be in other places in the US or outside the US at some point during their experience at Luther. We have 60+ academic programs. Some of our more popular ones are any pre-health science, biology, psychology, nursing, neuroscience. Business is going to be another one. Education and music is another one of our largest majors. As I said, we have about 1,800 students. So it's a fairly small college compared to some of the others in this group. We run on a 4-1-4 schedule. That means we have a 4-month fall semester. We have a 1-month January term or J term, and we have a 4-month spring semester. The 1-month J term is a really great opportunity for students to get off campus, do internships, do research, study away, go out of the country, and get some really great hands-on experiential experience. At Luther, learning happens everywhere. This is really important. We want our students to get hands-on experience, that experiential learning. And so learning does happen in the classroom. with your classmates and with your professors, but it happens outside of the classroom too. You can see on the left, that's our nursing simulation lab. Our nursing students spend a lot of time in the simulation lab during their first and second years. They then go up to Mayo Clinic in Rochester their entire junior year and do half internship, half class for an entire year. That experiential learning is invaluable. Music at Luther is huge. This is a picture of Christmas at Luther. It's our huge Christmas program that we put on every year. Almost 500 students participate in it. The great thing about music at Luther is that you can participate in any of these ensembles without being a music major. So only about 10 to 15% of our students who participate in music are actually music majors. It gives you the opportunity to continue doing something you're passionate about, even if you don't want to study it academically. We also have great athletic programs. Luther is part of the ARC, or the American Rivers Conference. We've got 500 athletes, so that's over 25% of our campus participating in athletics. 19 varsity sports, 4 club sports. We've had 29 individual national champions and several All-American honors. Another great thing about Luther is that you can participate in music and athletics and still excel academically in the classroom. We want students to be well-rounded, multifaceted individuals, and that means being able to be involved in multiple things is a plus. So what is the student experience like at Luther? These are some of our great student ambassadors who give tours to high school students that come to campus. I wanted to share with you a common schedule for one of our students. So this is one of our students, Peyton. You can see, similar to what Josh mentioned earlier, students don't spend quite as much time actually in class as in high school, right? And so you can see on Monday, he only spends 3 hours in class, but he scheduled out his study time, he scheduled out his meals. He's also on the soccer team. You can see that he's scheduled out his games and his practices. This is what a typical schedule at Luther might look like. Even though you're in class for less time, you stay busy when you're getting ready for class, studying, scheduling out things for yourself. So what are the next steps if you're ready to become a Norse, a Luther Norse? If you're a senior, apply now, fill out the FAFSA. We are rolling admissions 2 to 3 week decision timeline. And if you're not a senior, or if you are, come visit campus. That's the best way to determine if a school is right for you. Thanks.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Petter, for presenting on Luther College. All right, we're off to our next school. We're going to be hearing from Beloit College.
Okay, here we go. Ready? Okay, my name is Karen Smith. I am the Midwest Regional Admission Manager at Beloit College. I have the great pleasure of working with prospective students in Illinois and Minnesota, which is why I'm speaking with you tonight. Let's see here. There we go. What I want to start with is what makes us different. Those of you who are listening to this session are hearing a lot of statistics, a lot of information, a lot of things that some of it you can find on the website, some of you may already know. As Petter mentioned a minute ago, Luther is a liberal arts college, as is Beloit College. And there are many liberal arts colleges, small liberal arts colleges, particularly in the Midwest. And so what I want to do is to talk a little bit about what makes Beloit distinctive before I talk with you about some of the other statistics and things like that. Beloit has for years, forever, been a place that can be very innovative. And it's also a place that gives a great deal of agency to students to be involved in that innovation and decisions that are made on campus. I'm very happy to tell you that all of last year, our students were on campus in person, living and studying as they are this year. And we had very, very few issues with COVID outbreaks on campus. Okay, so that makes us a little distinctive. But what makes most distinctive is that students were involved in putting together the Back to Beloit plan. They helped to design the Beloit Action Plan, and they posted very publicly on our website a student statement of culture, talking about things that we all agreed to in order to make Beloit the kind of community that could be safe and accommodating for all students. And so when the Back to Beloit plan was issued, it was issued by our students to our community. It was not issued by the administration. And this helped us to be incredibly successful in having nobody had a normal year last year, but we did at least have the luxury of having our students on campus in person. Some of the other things that we've done that have led to us being identified as one of the top 10 innovative schools in the country have to do with what I call our front end programming and our back end programming. And so on the front end, we worry a lot about students making a transition, a smooth transition from high school to college. Because as Petter just showed you in that student schedule, which was brilliant, by the way, my friend, it's very different. Your schedule is different, your environment is different, your friends are different, everything is different. And so through our advanced mentoring program, we match students up with their first faculty mentor within 72 hours of them committing to Beloit. So our students will start to get to know Beloit College through their faculty mentor and other students in their mentoring group while they're still in high school. This will continue for their entire first year. On the back end, we've created what we call career channels. And what this is a professional network of mentors, faculty, students, alums, professionals who can help students to start to think about career options, but not in a one-lane highway kind of way, but in a multi-lane highway. And so this career channels goes beyond majors and helps students to start to think about career areas where they have an interest and how they can turn that interest and passion into actual careers. And so through the career channels, and we have the 10 that we've created so far listed here, you can see that instead of things like pre-med and pre-law and pre-engineering, we have wider areas of interest for students to pursue and look into. Per capita, Beloit College is the most diverse college in the state of Wisconsin. This is intentional. We work very hard on this in our office each year. We want to bring students together in a relationship-driven community where they can learn from each other, not just inside the classroom, but outside the classroom as well. We are a residential college. 95% of our students live on campus all 4 years, even though they're coming from very, very far away from home. I've listed some of our most popular majors, but we have over 60 different majors at Beloit. Like many liberal arts colleges, we don't ask students to declare a major until the end of their sophomore year. And even with that, about a third of our students will double major. Another 10% will design their own majors. Our students graduate very easily in 4 years, and 93% are employed or in graduate school within 6 months of graduation. Again, as I mentioned, we're a very relationship-driven school. We're a place that cares as much about what takes place outside the classroom as inside the classroom. The building that you see here is a brand new building for us, although it's a very old building. This is the powerhouse that opened a year ago. It's a 120,000 square foot facility that used to be a coal generating power plant. And it's now home to several of our athletic facilities, as well as a student union and offices and space for students. We are also a Division III school. About 50% of our students are varsity athletes within 16 varsity teams. We have special interest housing. We have a great relationship with downtown Beloit, the city of Beloit. Beloit College was actually founded prior to the city of Beloit in the state of Wisconsin. And so we have 2 campus buildings that are located downtown, and we have students that are very involved in activities and events outside of their classes. Admissions facts.
We've hit our mark. I know the time just flies.
Yep.
But I want to make sure you get your contact
to.
information there.
Yep. Oh, sure. There you go. Thank you for spending time with us.
Thank you so much for giving us that great sneak peek into the experience at Beloit. All right, we're on to our next school. It's going to be the University of Wyoming.
Awesome. Can you hear me? Perfect.
Yes, you're all set now.
Awesome. Thank you so much. So my name is Emily Inez. I'm an admissions representative for the University of Wyoming, and I'm also an extremely proud alumni from this institution. So to get us started, we are located in Laramie, Wyoming. We're about 2 hours from Denver. So that's usually our main hub where students that are coming from far away travel in and out of. You can see the background of this picture. We are located in an absolutely beautiful area of the country. This is what campus looks like about this time of year, and seeing those leaves change is absolutely beautiful. We are also proud to say that we are the nation's #1 small college town, and that is huge because not only are you joining a community, you're also joining an incredible institution when you come to UW. A little bit more about our students. We have about 11,800 students on campus, with about 9,000 of those being undergraduates. Our student to faculty ratio is 14:1. So you're going to get a nice close relationship, not only with your fellow peers, but also with your faculty. 90% of our classes are taught by the professors. So you're going to make sure you're getting that firsthand information by people who are doing the research on the information that you're learning about. And then our average class size sits at about 30 students. You're going to see bigger classes maybe freshman year, but down sophomore and beyond, you're going to get nice small classes. I can tell you my senior year, my biggest class had 8 students in it. Nearly 80% of our graduates last year, even mid-pandemic, had a job or were in graduate school 6 months after graduation. When it comes to our student body, all 50 states and over 90 countries are represented. Our breakdown is about 57% in-state and 43% out-of-state students. With that breakdown, it gives you an incredible opportunity to not only learn about people who have had extremely different experiences than you in life, but also get exposed to lots of new cultures. 95% of our students receive some form of scholarship or financial aid. We're also proud that 52% of our students graduate with little to no student debt. If you like the outdoors, this is the institution for you. Not only do our students benefit from a nearly 3 million acre backyard of national forest and public land to explore, we are 15 minutes away from hundreds of miles of hiking, biking, climbing trails. We're 20 minutes away from top tier and world-class climbing. We're 30 minutes away from affordable ski and snow sports. A lot of our students design their schedules around the opportunities to go and use these incredible outdoor spaces. A little bit about the University of Wyoming pride, love, and loyalty that comes with being a Cowboy. We have Division I athletics. We're extremely proud that we are the most represented Mountain West alumni within the NFL currently. We also have club and intramural sports available. We have a great Greek system. So if you're interested in fraternity and sorority life, we have lots of those on our campus. We also have fine and performing arts, and you do not have to be a part of those majors to actually participate in those programs. We have over 300 clubs and organizations, and we have an incredible student government on our campus. When it comes to majors, we have over 200 areas of study, anything from accounting to zoology. We give students the opportunity to double major and minor in whatever they would like to give them the best experience at UW. And we also have an incredible honors college that focuses on interdisciplinary studies, and it's open to everyone because we don't have an academic requirement for that. When it comes to study abroad, we're proud to say that we have over 400 locations, both international and domestic, that we can send our students. We also have the largest endowment of any public institution in the nation when it comes to that. So not only do we have 400 different locations that we can send you and every single major can study abroad, but we also have the largest scholarship fund to be able to make that possible for our students. Applying to the university is very, very simple. We're going to look for that application. You can either do that through our website directly or through the common application. We're looking for a $40 application fee and some required documents. To be admitted, we are looking for completion of the high school success curriculum. So that's going to be 4 years of English, math, and science, 3 years of a social science, and 4 years of additional coursework. We're looking for that 3.0 unweighted cumulative GPA. If you meet those requirements, we're test optional for fall of 2022. So congratulations and welcome to UW. We don't have any algorithms or any kind of formulas, very straightforward and transparent. We're not sure for fall of 2023 if we're going to be requiring a test score, but if we do, we'll be looking for a 21 on the ACT or a 1060 on the SAT. We are enrolling admissions, so you can technically apply anywhere up to the first day of school, but we recommend getting that application in by the first of the year. When it comes to our scholarships, we're also equally transparent. Using your ACT or SAT and your unweighted GPA, you can determine how much we can offer you annually for 4 years. The application for this is the application to the university. We make it nice and simple for you. We presume that everyone wants a scholarship. If you don't for some reason, we can always talk about that as well. If for some reason you don't have a test score, your test score doesn't land across the top of this, you're more than welcome to slide all the way over to our test optional portion over on the right. And if for some reason, if your parent is an alumni from our institution, you actually automatically qualify for this gold portion up at the top of our scholarship grid. So you would automatically be receiving our best scholarship. If you want to visit the university, we can do that in lots of different facets. You can either do that through a virtual tour, in-person tours. If you want to Zoom with one of myself or my colleagues, we're more than happy to do that with you, whatever way we can get you the information about the institution. So this is my information right here. If you have any questions during your college search process, please do not hesitate to shoot me an email, give me a call. I'm more than happy to help you. And thank you so much for listening about the University of Wyoming.
Thank you, Emily, for presenting on Wyoming today and wrapping up the formal 6x6. All right, we have a few minutes remaining. I'd like to invite each of our representatives to come back on camera. I'm going to do a live Q&A question while giving the attendees a chance to think if they have any last Q&A or to make sure that any contact information in the chat, all of our representatives had a chance to put it in there and attendees can grab that. All right, so we're gonna quickly get from this amazing group of admissions professionals some of their top tips. So in the same order that you presented, I'd love to hear from each of you a top tip, the advice you'd give to someone going through the college search process this season. So we're gonna start with the University of Iowa to kick us off again. When the person ahead of you finishes, just turn on your microphone and answer. I won't call on everyone in the short interlude.
Perfect. Thank you. I feel like I have it easy because I get to go first. So I will take advantage. You've probably heard all of us or most of us, I think I even actually forgot, but to invite you to campus. And I think as a student, that is just so important to you. And that's largely why we mention it so often. It's so important to really find an institution that's the right fit for you, both the student body, the location, the distance from home. There's so many factors that go into this. And if you're not happy where you're living and learning, you're not going to be happy at the institution. So visit, get to know the staff, the students that you meet along the way, and really find the right fit.
My piece of advice is to utilize the time that you have right now to do career exploration, figure out what you want to do. Like, yeah, you can come into a college as an undecided student, but you can also be proactive and start looking at some of the career resources at your fingertips. If you're not sure where to look, ask your high school guidance counselor, and they'll refer you to a number of different websites to start exploring different career options, because there are so many different things that you can do, and we want you to kind of hit the ground running if you can. Yes, it is okay to come in undecided, but take the time, because you're not quite enrolled in college yet, and you might as well invest some time in doing some of those activities.
And my advice is right away, when you're a brand new college student, just put yourself out there, get involved in clubs, volunteer, get to know your greater community, because you're picking a college, but you're also picking a brand new community in which to go and become a part of. And hopefully you'll have fond memories of that community and region for the rest of your life.
I will say to utilize us. We are here for you. That's our job. We want to help you. And at the same time, utilize your high school guidance counselors as well. They're there to help you too. Don't forget to ask questions and dig deeper and find the information that you're looking for.
My quick piece of advice is to focus on yourself. You're the person going, nobody else. Everybody's going to have opinions, but your opinion is the only one that matters.
I think that the biggest piece of advice that I would give is to look beyond the classroom. What resources are available to you? What opportunities are for you long term? I know for us, our alumni association helps our students for as long as they would like. And I think that's something really important to look for.
Awesome. I love all these tips. They are some of the best advice, some of my favorite tips to share. The last thing I would like to wrap up with is that I hope tonight's presentation just shows you these admissions counselors are real wonderful people who want to answer your questions. They want to be a resource and a guide. So please reach out to them, reach out to their colleagues. There's no question that you should not ask because they are here to help you explore. And remember, in these 6 minutes, you've only got a sneak peek at what all of these amazing schools have to offer. So we hope that you'll follow up and dig in more after today. All right, so the logistics of wrapping up. When you close your box, you are going to be asked to complete a survey. It just has 5 really quick, short questions, and we'd appreciate any feedback you can provide. We encourage you to check the schedule and sign up for additional sessions as part of this programming. And don't forget, at that same website, strivescan.com/Minnesota, you'll be able to find the session recording for this session and all of the other session recordings to learn about other schools and to share with family and friends. So thank you so much to our admissions representatives for being here tonight, for sharing their enthusiasm of the student experience on your campus, and for everyone watching, whether in person or on video, for being here as well to learn. And best wishes in your college search and decision process. It's a fun adventure ahead. Have a great night, everyone.